guys, I'm going to take a look at how's Putin feeling with the daughter of one of his big muckety mucks that is connected to this invasion of Ukraine, has been killed in a car bomb. So let's just take a look and see how Putin's feeling. Just going to check in on that. This is called the Common Threads Oracle. Very cool. You can get it on Etsy. And this silk scarf underneath me is from Yellow, I think it's Yellowtail. It is an indigenous company. And this is made by an indigenous creator. It's a beautiful, beautiful scarf. I love it. I can use it in so many ways. So let's just take a look at Putin. How's he feeling with this recent shakeup of a daughter being killed in a car bomb, not his, but that of a close associate? I'm getting resilience. Okay. He has an attitude of it just makes him want to stick his heels in. It is a response. And I tend to think that for him, he likes a little bit of some kind of response better than no response. It's really hot in here. Hang on a sec. Okay, well, there's the child. And indeed, she was the child of a colleague. So put that right there. I think that he thinks of this as like the child of one of my resilient supporters. Okay. And definitely like we'll get you back, this kind of thing. Now the basis of this is the mother. This is to me perhaps the country, the land. And she was the daughter of a nationalist, a Russian nationalist that has been very supportive and helpful to Putin being able to have this war, so-called more invasion of Ukraine, covered or crowned by wisdom. He's definitely wanting to use intelligence. He's aware that it took some kind of intelligence to do this. The child. He's going to say it's really low. It's blah, blah, blah. Never mind the fact that he's been blowing up. I'm not saying it's not, but people for years. Okay. So the behind the card before that is like a wish card. He had maybe just gotten something more recently that was beneficial to him. I feel like there a sense of spending time with family. She even looks like his mistress. He's thinking of her and his children. The younger ones and his older daughters, because he has children with her. So this is weird. This is weird. Look at this. This really does look like her. Okay. He's being counseled by Intel, his Intel. We have the card of chaos. So things are will be beginning in his near future to become much more chaotic. I think there will be more acts like this of striking back at Russian nationalists. There's going to be a back and forth where they make it personal. Okay. Gratitude. I think Putin actually had gratitude toward this person and their family, and is sending them actual good wishes, maybe flowers or something. He's grateful for what they did give and serve him. But there's going to be chaos. What's in the environment is people want peace. And they're looking to take out those, I think, that are of this mindset, this nationalist mindset, that want to have wars and do all that kind of thing. All right. Let's see what else we get. Oopsies. And this is also the rest of the world trying to bring peace. He is struggling, and it shows that in his placement of hopes and fears. I think both physically, mentally, just is a real effort for him to hold on. This will really trigger him, and I think it will trigger also his health issues. Stress always makes things worse. And the final end result card is a delay. There is something that ends up being delayed. There is some chaos that is kicked up, and it might delay Putin being able to effectively run the war that he's got going in Ukraine, and then dealing with basically people attacking his loyal people on their own territory. So then there's going to be some war that comes to the Russian streets, and it's going to be chaotic. Okay. Let's see what else we get. Speaking truth. Well, that is not something that Putin does, but there's a delay in maybe people being able to speak truth for sure. And community. Yeah, it's been a long time. So I feel like there's a bit of chaos and a bit of a delay before he's gone. But then I'm shown a community where people can speak the truth. And I think it's because he's not there. They're going to finally feel free. I get that. Having gone through the night, this is a very dark time. And there is death. I think he will pass. I think he will pass. And that is when people are going to start, I think, being much more expressive, speaking the truth, taking that risk when he is passing and after his passing, to ensure that it ends. And this is the also end of his night over Russia for years and years and years, his rule. And I think it will end with his passing. There will be some people that have some sorrow. They try to persist in upholding, I think, his ideals. There will be those that support him, and there are those that are bound. The artist, it's flipped. People that I think he has, dissidents and writers and other people that have had to go into isolation because of him or whatever, not able to creatively express themselves for whatever reason. I feel like they're going to be coming out the woodwork. Here's the spiritual guidance. I think people are going to be um, just absolutely compelled by their spiritual guides to express what they couldn't while he was alive. There's something about this. Yeah, the fears and the shadows, addressing that. Because there's still a shadow over who can you trust. I think this is also over Ukraine, forgive, and the sun. I think that the Russian nation will receive a fair amount of forgiveness once he is gone. So that they can heal with a better influence, a more transparent government. Okay. Home. Strength. I think they could then end up going, maybe calling their people back home from Ukraine and not acting like animals. Even animals don't act this way, except for human animals. Joy and flow. I feel like he's going to be passing. And I feel that Russia is going to enjoy new freedoms and become more part of the worldwide community, be a lot of really, really cool things that people will be involved in creating. And I get a lot of artists that will return and seek to, I think, create art and business that is successful in Russia. And I also feel that that war will end with him. And his time is coming. I say he's got, at the very most, maybe a year, but I think he has less. It's coming. That's interesting. All right, you guys can let me know what you think about this. And if you appreciate readings like this, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And I'm waiting on my other camera to come. And got an extra one, so I'll have now a total of 3. Anyway, at least I got one. That's a start. So I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video or live. Thank you. Take care. Okay, let's just try these Maruka X timing cards and see what we get. When is Putin going to be out of office for whatever reason? When will he not be in charge? When's that coming? Give thanks to the Most High. Cancer season. Well, that's weird. They do say that he has the C word. So this would also be June into July. I think this is his last season. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. All right. When you stop time, you'll decide to walk away. Time's up, had enough, exhausted. All right. I think since this June, it's gotten much worse since this Cancer season. So that would be June into July. And I feel that what is crossing him is that his time is ending, especially since, again, this summer. And the Cancer, I think, is actually what he actually has too. This is based on, I'm getting Taurus season slowly over a period of time. I think he's been sick for a while and it's catching up to him. Okay, there will be showers of blessings. That's what he wants. I think he knows that he's dying, and so he wants this to do great things. You know, he wants to leave some kind of what he would deem a legacy. So it's I feel like it's biting away at him even more now. Okay. I get Christmas. I get something between Christmas and then this June, July. I think his health has just started to take a real dive or decline. All right, let's just see what's here. It could be into the new year. It could be into Aquarius season. This is Cancer. You are ahead of time. Oh, make decisions based on social good. Ooh, it's eccentric, detached individuality. Well, he definitely has that. It could be into next year, but it's like it's activating. It's ramping up. Where before it was like over a period now of time. Now it's like kicking up. Pay attention to details. Precision, unique, fragile. I think it's becoming more fragile. His health. What's in the environment? Control, resistance, let go of what's holding you back. People are trying to get him to let go of them. That he's what's holding them back. And there is resistance to him. But there's going to be a surprise. It's unavoidable. It's called death. You can't, you know. And I get September. Intuition is the guiding light. Welfare, curiosity, explore, intuition. Let playfulness carry you forward. Um, hmm. You will reap what you sow. I do. I think that it's coming. I think it will probably be March or spring of next year. I keep getting that time. That there's another timing one that I did, and I felt like it was around Easter, quite possibly. So March, April. Let me just see what I get again. When is Putin going to pass? Because he is ill and waging war all over the world, trying to stir up trouble. When is he going to pass? Don't normally like to do this, but next year. There's no shortcuts to this journey. So I tend to think it could be into the new year, over Christmas. I did get that before. So I think that there's a significant turn again around Christmas. And then by spring, I think he's going to be like going, really going. But I do feel like it's showing me that this past summer really got worse for him. And it's going to continue to, step by step, bit by bit. Bide your time again. Follow the signs of the universe. Wait quietly for a good opportunity. Divine guidance, synchronicities. Be noticing things, like the death of this Russian nationalist daughter. The news and stuff that'll be coming out. I think you'll be able to sense. Take control of time. It's up to you to decide. Halfway there. Destined and inevitable karma cycles follow the flow of events. There's something karmic in place that's going to occur. That magic one. Any day now. Conditions for growth are up. Somebody's just waiting for the right opportunity. Manifest. A few years from now, no. The mindset will define your leadership. That's what he's thinking of. He's trying to make some sort of great, but it's coming faster than he thinks, his death. Because people want their freedom. And as he gets weaker and weaker, and they're seeing that, I think people are going to be much more provocative in the streets and so forth. All right, well, that's the best I can get for him with this deck, but I would say it's coming, and it's on its own time, but I tend to keep getting around something significant around springtime, March, April next year. There's something really significant with Putin. And that's not that far from now. Okay, using the deck of character, I'm looking to see if Putin if again, he is going to be going sooner than we think. Is it, what are the cards going to say? Okay, this is the Knight. He wants to appear again as this robust, masculine, he's obsessed with it, figure, because he doesn't feel that way. He's insecure and he's ill. Tunnel. This is all that he sees. He has tunnel vision. He's focused, I think, and obsessed with appearing as though he's strong, his appearances. And that becomes his obsession, that I think the facade takes over as a priority. Jail cell. Oh, wow. Flower as a tool. Um, place. I believe characters place. There is something going on here. And something used from a, maybe made from a flower, I don't know, is keeping him captive. It could be the medications that he has to take for pain, etc. We all know that cancer is very painful. I wonder if this flower is literally, um, marijuana, cannabis. It's a slang, the flower. It's just something that occurred to me. And I think that this would be also something we could look at it as, if that's the case, it's also something that is illegal there, but he's using it maybe to treat his weight or his ability to look healthy and robust. That's interesting. Okay. So what else we get with this? Claw. I It feels like it's clawing, like this is a real effort. Get house under construction. So I think he's trying to maintain his body. I think he's using maybe herbal or alternative medicines. Thief. Weirdo. Well, he's definitely those things. He is a criminal who is plotting or planning. Could be that it makes him. I feel like he's using some sort of medication here that could have an effect in the future on him as he's trying to maintain his health. But it's being he's I feel like it's still losing his health, and he's not able to perhaps get around, move around. He feels like he's in jail. The waterfall. This is a place. I think he may even go to some certain place. It's supposed to be better for your health, whatever. Home. Yeah, there's something being built. Maybe another home. And there might be a water feature that's nearby. Camouflage. I feel like he's got it being watched. And it's also got a lot of hidden features for him to hide in. Wild woman. Hmm. I think, I don't know, maybe somebody will put something in his quote unquote medicine. Tools, dust. Oh, yeah. There at some point that when I've been looking at him, sometimes I get like particuli. Um, and I couldn't tell whether it was a mist or dust, but I felt like he was inhaling or breathing in something. So this could be a drug that's powdered that he ends up inhaling. Um, there's tears. I think he's going to know somebody's given him something. And it's going to be like time to leave. And he's going to be sad. It could be a female. Desert drunken sailor. Well, just not a very good esteem of it for someone. Bulldozer candle. Snuffing out someone's light. Making sure that it's out too with the bulldozer to that candle. Maze and the moon. I just feel like this would be the action that is required or would be required in order to do this, and keeping it secret, not letting it get leaked. There are plans upon plans. I feel like this group of people keep making plans where he's concerned and refining them, etc. Shield protection. They want to make sure that they're protected. Freedom of speech, I feel like, and tornado treadmill. How quickly things there, I feel like, changed. The freedoms that they once had, they lost, and all that. Leap, love goddess. I feel like there's going to be a female that's, I don't know, connected into him taking a powder, an exit. That's interesting. But his health is definitely not so good. Okay. Well, let's take a look for Ukraine. How is Ukraine going to do in the next year? Will they get Putin out? Ukraine, will they get Putin out within the next year from now? I ask the Most High, will they get Putin out? The Ukraine, not the Ukraine, but Ukraine, will they get Putin out? Mother, this is their land, their people, and the women and the mothers and the children in the land itself. It's really strong. Love goddess. I think yes. I think they're going to be pretty popular, have a lot of support for their country. Watchdog. There is a spiritual protection, believe it or not, that's connected to the country of Ukraine. To me, this is like the goddess of Ukraine is watching over. That's so weird. Compass north. Yeah, I think they will drive them out. and they may have help of others that are loyal that will help them to attack, maneuver, overwhelm Russian defense. Okay, let's see what else we get. This is for Ukraine. There's a point at which they reach a plateau. And they're still as devoted as they were the first day. I think this is going to be kind of a difficult time for them to have to continue to fight, because there's not a sense that they're really that they're just maintaining themselves, but they remain steadfast and devout. Stereo. I think this is people worldwide hearing, knowing about what's going on. And ghost. I think this is the outrage in thinking this is going to create a great deal of revenge, you know, killing all these people. That's a Coast Guard. This is what now you know why I want to move. I don't know if you can hear that on here, but this sound thing I have on here might take it out. Sounds like we're right beneath the airport. I do have gun. This is their defending. Yes, and protection of their homeland, and them getting arms, being sustained. Waterfall, given generously by other nations that are loyal to Ukraine and that do not want Putin to advance. Compass, ghost, cave, wanting to send him back. To me, this is undisturbed. That's their home. They will defend it. And they will receive the help and the care they need to in order to defend it. Okay. Knife and key. Well, this cuts a connection. It also ends. And that is critical. That is what is needed. There is separation. I think the sense of Russia will be pushed out by Ukraine and those that support Ukraine. Broken heart in hot springs. Healing is needed. So much trauma. So much trauma. There's going to be so much more information. I think this war will be studied for the trauma. PTSD, I'm getting that, and healing. And there will be, I feel like, new means of therapy that come up to deal with people that have PTSD, possibly the use of psychedelics, but also other things, natural. The forest, ayahuasca, just getting like the rainforest, actually, that's weird. Crystal, these more unusual plants, and that are spiritual healers. Wow. Okay, what else do I need to know? Well, ecstasy is something that they've also used to try to help people with PTSD. And in therapeutic doses, it's worked. So this could be that love potion. It could be also drugs like that, and are going to be more used, I think, in Ukraine to help people to deal with the trauma. I do. There's something very much like that. Mountains and moon. Because I think they have limitations. But there is also the psyche and how it responds to these natural plants, herbs. I'm just getting it from the mountain and moon. Weird. Tears. This is trauma and becoming more happy. Dancing shoes. I think it will help people to work through their trauma. This is really interesting. So I think one of the things Ukraine will bring to the world is dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, and where their use of certain alternatives that are more out of the natural world and the rainforest and unique places like that. I really get a sense of that being utilized. So let's just watch and see if that happens. This is taking a chance and exploring a new vista, a new area where I think mental health disorders and chaos are at, and trying to restore order, what will work. I just feel like flowers, natural things being utilized and very helpful for many people, give them a new lease on life out from the swamp. Magnet and wings. People will be drawn to this. This will become a real thing. And I think people will go there for healing from trauma. I think they're going to become very specialized in it. And it will be very interesting to see what they come up with. Can't stop looking. Gold mine. Yeah, they will figure out means of treatment. And I think with certain kinds of unique types of drugs, if you will, that are created from flowers, what have you, natural substances. Yeah, people growing these for this purpose. There will be a market. They'll grow things there. It will be legal there. Glasses and dust. This is looking at the active ingredients and things like that. There is clarity, very tight control. Graveyard. They will save a lot of people from killing themselves, I think, and being able to be at peace. So that's interesting, y'all. What do you think? We'll have to wait and see. That's for sure. That's what I see ahead for Ukraine. That's very, very interesting. All right. I'm going to leave it at that and get this up. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good one.